Hi everyone, today we are going to build a simple e-commerce application. For this we will use React, Redux and Typescript. Of course, for the icons we will install the React icons package. As you can see, there is a navbar, a banner and the main part where the products are listed. We can add any products to the cart. And after that, when we click on the cart, a 10% discount is applied to the product in the cart and its information is listed in the cart. Okay, and when we add any product to the carts, add to cart notification is shown at the bottom of the page. Anyway, let's start building the application. By the way, we will use Tailwind for CSS as usual, but if you don't want to use it, if it's your choice, I will also import Tailwind when I install the package. And I will skip this part since you know the installation steps. First, you should add them in Tailwind config.js file, and I will use heading first colors, heading secondary colors, and container class is center to padding 15 pixel, and I will use Poppins and Pacifico. Okay, and after that we create components for navbar, and firstly we create called a components folder, and after that we create a navbar tsx and rafc. Okay, after that then I import it into app.tsx navbar. Okay, let's switch them. And firstly I import icons, and icons imports AI outline user from React icons, and imports fi shopping cart from React icons. Okay, then I add padding top 4 class and background white and top 0 and position sticky, and after that, okay, and I create another div and add the container class, and after that then another div. Class is a flex, justify between and item center. Okay, then I create a h1 tag for the logo is shopping, and I save that. Okay, the class is a text for x large and font bold, and cursor is a pointer. Okay, and after that then I create another div. Firstly I add a class, display flex and gap 4 and middle gap 8 and item center, and after that another div. Class is a middle flex, items center and gap 3 and overflow hidden. Sorry, hidden. Display none. Now I create another div for the user login information. Class is a rounded full. After that border 2, border gray 300 and text gray 500 and text 500 and text 3x large and width 12 and height 12 and display flex and items center and justify center and cursor pointer and hover. When hover this div, background gray 200 and transition all and duration 200. Okay, then let's add the icon AI outline users Okay. AI non-users from React icons. Okay. AI non-users. Sorry about that. I add library AI and fi. Okay, that's it. I save that. Reload the page. Okay, that's great. And after that, I'm creating another div. I will say sign in. And I add link tag. Sign in. I say that. Okay, that's great. I add a class text gray 500. Okay. After that, now I'm creating a div for the shopping cart. I create div. The class is a text gray 500 text 3x large and relative and cursor pointer. I add icons fi shopping carts, and after that I create a div. Class position is a absolute and minus top 3 and minus white 2 and background red 500 and width 5 height 5 and rounded full and text white and text small flex items center and justify center. Okay. First is 0 as text count data will be updated according to the function from Redux. I save that. Okay, that's great. And after that, borders bottom and borders gray 200 and padding top 4. I save that. Okay, it looks like pretty good. Okay, first we create a folder called Redux, and after that create a folder called slice, and maybe cart slice ts. Okay. As you know, when using Redux with JavaScript, we only import create slice, but when using TypeScript, we need to import payload action as well. Import create slice and payload action. Okay, that's great. And after that also, you know that when we develop with TypeScript, we need to specify types. We use interface for this. Interface products and ID numbers. Okay, title string and image string and price numbers and quantity number. Okay, and let's create the initial states. Constant initial state is array products is equal to empty array. So we have created an initial state which is an array and takes its types from products. Okay. And firstly, now we can create the slice. Export const cart slice and create slice name cards, and after that initial state. Oh, that is, and we create reducers. And first add to cards state and action. Action is a payload action. A type came from products. Firstly, if state finds index, we will use find index method. Parameter is products. Products id is equal to action payload id. That is, if product id is equal to the id we selected, and this equality returns -1. Okay. State push and action payload. Okay. Else return state map item and return item id is equal to action payload id. If we use spread operator, item and quantity is item quantity plus 1. Okay. And else return item. Okay. In other words, if the product ID and the ID we selected are equal, we increase the product quantity by 1 with the spread operator. Okay. I hope I was able to explain this part. And after that, let's create a method to remove a product from the cart. Okay. Remove products. I say remove products. State action payload action. Type is number. Const id and is equal to action payload. Return state filter item id is not equal to id. So with this method, the product is deleted from the cart. Now let's export the slice and reducers. Export const add to cart and remove product is equal to cart slice actions, and export default cart slice reducer. Okay. Now we have two things left to do: create store.ts and create hooks.ts. Firstly, I create store.ts. Okay. Import configure store from import configure. Okay. And after that, import cart slice. Okay. Export const store is configure store. Configure store reducer cart slice. Okay. And of course we need to export the types. Export type root state return type of store get state, and export type app dispatch type of store.dispatch. Okay. After that, finally, in order to use dispatch and use selector, we need to specify their type in hooks.ts and export this hooks.ts. Firstly, import typed use selector hook, and use dispatch and use selector from React Redux. Okay. After that, import type root state and app dispatch. Okay. From store. No, not Redux.js. Is that a store? And export const use app dispatch use dispatch app type is app dispatch, and export const use app selector typed use selector hook root state and use selector. Okay, now we can use Redux. And firstly, for this, let's first go to the navbar and define count with Redux navbar. Okay, and we will use app selector for this. Firstly, count is equal to use app selector store cards length. Okay, and then instead of 0 here, it's going to write the value from count. Okay, right now it's writing 0 again, but oh, sorry, what is that? And I forgot to add provider. Sorry about that. Delete that. Provider store and import store. Okay, reload the page. Okay, right now it's writing 0 again, but it will be updated dynamically after we handle the add to cart part. Okay, there's nothing else to do in this section for now. Finally, when we click on the cards, the card will open, but first we need to create the cards. But now we will move on to home part, and I create home tsx abfc. Firstly, import image from assets image and banner 1, banner 2 backgrounds. First, import home. Okay, I import that. First, I add a class background E3 ed f6 and banner and margin tab 4. Okay. Then I create another div. Class is a container grid middle grid calls 2 and padding by 8 and width full. Okay, after that then one more div, Class is a flex items center. Okay. And after that, and one more div. Class is a max width 450 pixel and space y 4 and background white and padding 4 and rounded large and shadow. Okay. Now we will add a heading tag here, h2, class text heading first, and font bold, and text 3x large, and middle text 4x large. Okay. Do best mobile phone collection 2024. Okay. Then I add h3 tag. Class is a text 2x large and font semi-bold. Okay. And Christmas special offer and span. Class text red 600 and 10% discount. Okay. And font secondary. Oh, text 2x large, fonts medium. Nothing that. Text 2x large. Okay. And I'm adding a link tag. Class is a inline block, background sky 500 and text white and rounded middle and padding x6 and padding y3 and hover background sky 600 and transition all and duration 200 and shop now. Okay. Padding x padding tab 4 container grids, not container, is padding y4 and padding 4, no, padding y4, padding x 8, padding x8, padding x 36 or 40, 48. Okay. And finally, let's add the image. And I create a div and I create image tag and source image. Oh, sorry, banner. Okay, class is a margin left auto. It will be positioned on the far right. No, margin left auto. Maybe that's. Okay, I copy that and I passed here. Okay, that's great. We have done this part. It's looking pretty good. Now let's add the services section here. And I create a component called services tsx and RAFC. And I import 2 into app.tsx services. Okay, first let's import the icons. Import md support agent from react icons md and import si MoneyGram from react icons si import I am track from react icons. Yes, and finally import md discount from react icons md. Then I create a data. Okay, after creating this data, we will create a component called feature cards. Feature cards tsx and avfc. Okay, and send the data here as props. After that, first let's add a class to the container div. Class is a container grid gap 1 small grid calls 2 and large grid calls 4 and margin top 8. Okay, after that then I will return the data with the map methods. I create gsx data map item sorry and I add feature cards and key item id item title and icon item icon and description item description. Okay, what is that item icon? Yeah, item that icon and title item title. Let's move to feature cards and I use interface to determine the type of props we sent. Interface props type icon react nodes title string description is string. Okay, then I import the props icon title and description and props type. Okay, firstly I add class to the container div flex gap 2 background gray 100 padding x4 and padding y 6. First I add the icons. Okay, then I create div. After that I create h2 tag class font medium and text x large title Okay. After that, I create a paragraph tag, class text gray 600 and description. Okay. Flex and items center. I add align item center class. Okay, that's great. As you can see, we have created the service part. Now we will create two components called product and product cards. Product TSX and RAFC, and product card TSX, and I create a function RAFC. Okay. First, I created an array called products and added data to products. Okay, after that, I add a class to the container div. I delete that. I add a class container and margin tab 32. Then I create a div. Class is a small flex justify between and items center. Okay. And I create h2 tag. Class is a text for x large and font medium and products. Okay, I create a div text gray 500 flex gap for text x large margin tab 4 and small margin tab 0. Okay. Now I'm adding the options part dash and div class text black new div featured and div top sellers. Okay. Now we will return products with the map method for products, and we will send ID, image, title, category, and price data as props. First, I create a div, and after that, I add a class grid gap 6 small grid calls 2 and large grid calls 3 and x large grid calls 4 and margin top 8. And products map products or product, yeah, products I call product cards and I send props. Firstly, key products ID and image products image and category products category and title products title and price products price. Okay, product image or image, yes, image img. Okay, now let's move to product cards. I import that, yes. Okay, first I import the icons, import AI fill stash AI outline stash AI outline shopping cards from React icons AI library. As I said, We will not do the process of adding products to the cart now. First, we design the page, then we will do other operations with Redux. First, I add a class to the container div, borders, and borders gray 200. Then I create a div. I delete that text. Then I create a div for the image, class text center. Okay, and text center and borders bottom and borders gray 200. And first I import the props, and first I create image tag and I add image class inline block, and I import products into app.tsx and I save that. Okay, image edit, I create a div, class is a padding x8 and padding y4. Okay, this div will have category and title. Firstly, I'm creating another div for this. Class is a flex items center and gap x8, and I create paragraph tag, class text gray 500, text small and font medium. Okay, and I add category. Okay, and I create h2 tag, class font medium, and I add is a title. Okay, text center, borders, padding x, and justify center. Okay, now let's add the review parts. I create div, class margin top 3, flex items center and justify between, text ffb21d. Okay, and width 85%. Okay, I create div, flex items center, and I create div, class flex. I add AI fill star 4 times and AI outline star, and I say that. Okay, and I add paragraph tag, class text gray 600, text small and margin left 2 and 3 review. Okay, after that I create div and I will add price here, and first I create h2 tag, class is a font medium, text sky 500, and I add the dollar symbol, and price. Or maybe I delete that. Okay, I add class is a text 2x large. No, text x large. Yeah, it's great. Item centers. Yeah, okay. After that, I added price. Now I created it for the add to cart button. Okay. Maybe category, title. I create div. Class is a flex width full. Justify centers. And rounded and large, rounded large. Item centers. And background sky 500, text white, padding x4 and padding white 2, and cursor is a pointer, and hover, background sky 600. Okay. Now I'm adding icons, AI outline shopping carts. Okay. And add to cart. Okay, that's great. Maybe margin top 2. Okay. Maybe I add text x large or 2x large and flex width full and gap x3. Okay, it looks like pretty good. When the cart is clicked, the product will be added to the cart, but as I said, we are only designing now. Now let's finally move onto the banner part. First, I create a component called banner tsx. Okay, and RAFC. First, I import the image. Import banner, maybe banner 2, from assets and image and banner to PNG. Okay, I add a class to the container div. Container and margin top 32 and width full, and I delete this text and I create div flex items center and justify center and width full. Okay, and div class height 200 pixel, and after that middle height 260 pixel and banner 2 and background cover, background center and width full and rounded maybe x large, padding 8 and middle padding 16. Okay, now let's add the texts, and I create a paragraph tag. Class is a text white and text x large and font medium. First, I import a banner component into app.tsx. Okay. I created a paragraph text. Maybe Smart Phone Pro 2024. Okay. After that, and finally I create a link tag. Class is a margin top 6, background sky 500, text white, and width 120 pixel, and height 40 pixel, and flex items center, and justify center, and rounded middle, horror text sky 500, and horror background white, and transition all, and duration 200, and font medium. I save that as shop. Now maybe flex item center, justify center, or 24 banner background cover, H full. No. Okay. It's also quite nice when we reduce the browser width. It's done. It looks pretty good. Now we can create the card. First, I create a component called card.tsx. Card.tsx, RAFC. This card will be opened according to a condition. We will set this condition in app.tsx. We will use state hook for this. Const open cards and set open cards. Use states. First false. And I will send this to navbar as props. Set open cards. Set open cards. After that, now let's move to the navbar. Set open cards. Type is any. Okay. I go to where the shopping icon is. And user. Okay. When this div is on click, set open cards is true. Oh, I import use state. Okay. Now let's go back to the app.tsx. Under the navbar. Open cards. If open card is true, cards. Sorry. I import cards. And I set open cards and set open card. Okay. Now let's move to card. Card. I import set open card. Type is any. Okay. After that, I import use app selector and import rx cross one icon, react icons and rx. Okay. First const products use app selector store cart. Okay. Let's see what this is with console log, and I copy that. I passed it. I open console log. Okay. Firstly, I'm adding class to container div. Fixed. Left 0, top 0, and z index 20. Overflow y scroll, and backgrounds 00007, and with full and minimum hash screen, minimum height screen. Okay, after that I'm creating another div class with 400 pixel and with full and minimum height, max width 400 pixel, minimum height is screen, or minimum height is full, and background white, and position absolute, and right 0, and top 0, and padding 6. Okay, now let's import the icon rx cross 1. Okay, class absolute, right 0, and top 0, and margin 6, and text 2x large, and cursor pointer. Okay, when on click this icon, and set open cards is false. Okay, after that then I create h3 tag. Class is a padding top 6, text large, font medium, and text gray 600 and uppercase. Okay, your cards. Okay, now let's create the card product components with the products in the cart. Then we will return firstly cards products tsx array_fc, then we will return these components in cards with the map method. Products map item, and card products, and we will send ID, image, title, price, and quantity as props to card products. Firstly item any, ID is a item that ID, and key item ID, and image item image, and title item title, and price item price, and quantity, item dot quantity. Okay. Products dot map. Okay. I created it for the total price. First, I add class flex, justify between, and item center, and font medium, and text X large, and padding Y4. I create a paragraph tag, total, and I create another paragraph tag, dollar, and get total. That's 0. Now let's create the get total function. I copy that. The total price will be called from this function, but there is something we need to pay attention to. The product will be added with a 10% discount in the cart. First the const get total, and let's total is equal to 0. Now we will return products with for each products for each item and total plus math sale item dot price times 0.9 or 90% times item quantity. Okay, and return total. Okay, and that's it. And finally, let's add the buttons. I created a button class background sky 500, text white, text center, width full, rounded, middle, and padding white 2, and hover background sky 600, and margin bottom 4, and margin top, and margin bottom, and margin white 4. Okay, view cards, and I create another button, and I copy that and check products. Okay, that's it. It's great. Maybe I'll delete that. Margin Y4. Okay. Now let's move to card product. First, import Rx cross 1 from react icons Rx, and import use app dispatch, and import remove products. Okay, before importing props, let's specify their types. Interface props type id numbers and image string and title string and price number and quantity number. Okay. Const card product is React's functional components. Props type ID, image, title, price and quantity. Okay. Now I create the dispatch. Const dispatch, use app dispatch, and I create a variable called new price. New price is equal to math sale price times 0.9. Okay. First, I add a class container div, flex, justify between, and items center. And I delete this text. Class flex item center gap 4. Okay. And I create image tag. Add image. Class is a height 80 pixel. Okay. And I create div class space y2. And I add h2 tag. Class is a font medium. Title. I create paragraph tag. I add class text gray 600 and text small. And quantity times new price. Okay. And I add icon rx cross 1 and class cursor pointer. Okay. Is on click. Dispatch, more product ID. Okay. One last operation left. Let's move to product card. Product cards. Now we create a function. First, const dispatch, use app dispatch, and after that I create a function called add products to carts, and I create const payloads ID, image, title, price, parse float, price, and quantity is 1. Okay. Finally dispatch, add to carts, payload. Okay. Now call the add product to cart function when the add to cart button is clicked. Cart button div on click, maybe not div is a button. Okay. On click, add to product cart, and I click that Total is not working. Total. Get total. There was a missing parenthesis here. I corrected it and I fixed background color. Okay, I saved that. Down. Now let's check. Reload the page. I add to carts any product. City count has been updated. Okay. And I click on carts, and as you can see, both the product has been added to the cart and 10% discount has been applied. Okay. And I delete the products. Okay. And then I add different products 2 times. Okay. That's done. Now let's increase the quantity of products. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. That's great. And finally, I want to add a toaster. I go to app.tsx. And I add toaster. And position bottom center and reverse order false. And I go to the product cart and I add toast success added to cart. I import toast. Okay, look, when we add the product here to the cart, toast sends and added to the cart notification. It was a very nice application. Of course, we will develop these applications further. We will add different features in the future. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like my video.